Self-worth 101. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been taking a deep dive into the boundless topic of self-love lately. I've covered 6 of the basic steps you can take towards falling in love with yourself. I've covered self-acceptance as a prerequisite to self-love, including music to boost self-love, which includes a self-love music playlist, and finally self-love affirmations. Today I'm going to talk about self-worth, which goes hand in hand with self-love. You can't really have one without the other. Have you ever felt like you didn't deserve something that you wanted, or you just weren't capable of achieving it? I've certainly been there. And I believe that most of us have at one point or another during our lives. If you ever felt that way, you were doubting your worthiness of having whatever it is you wanted. You were doubting your self-worth. If you're at a stage in your life where your self-worth has taken a big hit, I don't know, maybe you just got divorced, maybe you got cheated on, or maybe the business that you've put your all into isn't doing so well. Or it could also be that the person that you're dating is always putting you down. Whatever the reason, if you're in need of a self-worth boost, you came to the right place. In this short video, I'm going to give you 3 actions that you can take to drastically increase your self-worth. So make sure you listen till the end. Hola chicas poderosas, I'm MariRosas self-love trainer, and this is my YouTube channel, Chica Power with MariRosas, where I hope you will learn how to fall in love with yourself first. I just want to take a minute here and ask a favor. If you like this video and find it helpful, please hit the like button, and also please, por favor, subscribe to my channel. You can also ring the bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Many people look at me today and see a happy, confident woman with a budding YouTube channel. But I can tell you, it has not always been that way.
I spent many years feeling like my self-worth had almost everything to do with my looks, specifically my body, and almost nothing to do with my down-to-earth personality, silly sense of humor, compassionate heart, my ability to think outside the box and come up with creative solutions, and my naturally positive and cheery outlook on life.
As a result of many years of body shaming by loved ones as well as by myself, had me believing that I was only worthy of love and happiness if I was thin and toned. I believed that the rest of my positive attributes or qualities, which I just named a few for you, would mean nothing unless I was quote unquote beautiful, meaning the societal norm of what a beautiful woman should look like. Even after losing 75 pounds and achieving the body of my dreams, I was still incredibly insecure. There was always something else that could be improved. There were always women who were better looking and younger that I compared myself to. It wasn't until about 5 years ago that I started finally realizing my true worth. I had just ended a long-term relationship because I had finally gotten fed up of being lied to and being taken for granted by this man who professed to love me. I had been really honest with him about how I felt about the way he took me for granted, and I had given him countless opportunities to stop doing it. And anyway, I guess he went ahead and did it one too many times, and I was just done. It was a straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. But not just for that relationship, for all the other ones that followed. I was basically done taking crap and blatantly being disrespected. I had an awakening, an epiphany of sorts, and realized that people will treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And so this segues very nicely into the first action that you can take in order to increase your self-worth. We all know that leading by example is a great way to teach children. Well, we can also lead by example when it comes to our self-worth. What you need to do here is to treat yourself the way you would treat someone whom you admire and respect. What does this look like, you might ask? Don't use self-deprecating language. For example, don't say something like, "I'm such an idiot." Would you call someone that you admire and respect an idiot? No, you wouldn't. So don't use that type of language for yourself either. Instead, tell yourself that you are your biggest fan and why you are your biggest fan. As you know, I'm a huge advocate of affirmations. So what you should do here is sit down and write a list of your strengths and what you like about yourself the most, and turn them into affirmations. Use self-worth affirmations daily so that you can internalize them and therefore elevate your sense of self-worth. Here are a couple of my favorites. I am beautiful both inside and outside. I am capable of achieving wondrous things. This flows right into action number 2. Do not let anyone else undervalue you. Your self-worth is determined by you and not by what others may think or say. If you're being disrespected and treated like you have no value or little value by others, you need to put an end to that immediately. Have a sit-down conversation with the offending person and calmly let them know that you do not tolerate being disrespected. And be ready to walk away if that person doesn't take you seriously. If you're in a relationship or a situation where you can't simply walk away or you don't want to walk away, for example, a marriage or a committed long-term relationship, you need to explain to that other person why their actions and words are disrespectful and hurtful to you, and that you need that to stop, that behavior to stop immediately. If that doesn't seem to work, you should definitely consider couples counseling or marriage counseling. If your partner refuses to go to counseling, or if they're resistant to changing their behavior, you may need to really think about whether that person can stay in your life or not. And action number 3 is to believe and trust in yourself. You are capable of achieving your dreams. Just because you haven't achieved something that you really want in your life yet, doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to achieve it in the future. We're all looking for happiness and fulfillment, right? Think about what it is you want to achieve in life, your biggest hopes and dreams. Write them down and decide on a realistic time frame in which you want to achieve them. Then write down the steps that you need to take in order to achieve that goal. If you need to wait for a specific period of time, like until your kids graduate from college, figure that in. Think about what your goal will require. Does it require training or education? You can start doing the research on that right away. Start Googling programs in your specific area and contact the university admissions office, or sign up for an information session or a master class for the training that you're going to need. If you have no idea how you're going to go about achieving your dream, Google it. There are tons of videos, particularly on YouTube, about how to do anything. Or talk to someone who's already achieved or done what it is you want to do and ask them how they did it. Once you know what you need to do, write out your own personalized plan step by step. And the plan is only as good as the action. Set goal dates for your actions. Find a friend to keep you accountable. If you don't know anyone that can help you with that, then post your goal on social media and share progress updates along the way. I did this when I was losing weight to help keep myself accountable, and I lost a whopping 75 pounds. A little tip here, don't focus on how far you still have to go. Focus on how far you've come along and celebrate the milestones along the way. If you use this simple template, you can achieve any goal that you set your mind and your heart on. You are unstoppable, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I like to end with a refrán, which is a Latinx saying or adage. Well, today's nugget of wisdom is tanto tienes, tanto vales, which translates into what you have is what you are worth. This saying is actually referring to monetary and material possessions, but I'm going to change it around a little bit to refer to self-worth. The amount of self-worth that you possess is actually what you are worth. So don't sell yourselves short, chicas. You get to set your own value, and I think you are priceless. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And please, por favor, give me your feedback in the comments. I read and respond to them all. Besos y abrazos a todas. Hugs and kisses to all.